If there's one thing I don't like as much as guava, it is awkward conversations. Awkward conversations are just horrible. I don't really like, talking to someone and they ain't got a lot to say, or I ain't got a lot to say because it just makes everything uncomfortable. You're talking to someone, but you already know this person. Like, you guys have spoken before. Maybe your first interaction was great, but now the second or third one, or like the later ones, they just have an off feeling, bro. Like, you guys are at a loss of words, man. You don't know what to say because you don't know what their interests are. You don't know how you can relate to them. Because most awkward conversations usually happen between people who are not really close to each other. If you're close to someone, the conversations, they'll flow, even if they are bad, like you guys are speaking about something dumb. I mean, that's not really interesting, but it will still go along smoothly. But when it's two people that don't really know jack shit up, that's when the issue comes at hand. And when I'm talking to someone and I do not know what to say, it really hurts me because I'm like, I could do better, I could say better, and it's the way that after the conversation, that's when you start picking up on things that you could have said. That's just the one issue with awkward conversations, man. Because you know what to say afterwards, but in that moment, you do not know what to say. I know some people even plan what they're gonna say because you could be speaking to someone and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna plan what I'm gonna say, especially in the case of having a crush. If you have a crush on someone, you're gonna perpetually plan that, hey, I'm gonna say this when I arrive. But when you arrive, you forget about what you're saying, start stuttering, or you start hitting the um or some silence. And that's the thing that sucks the most with all conversations because they're just unbearable. At the end of the day, it all comes down to like, exposure. The more you expose yourself to having conversations, there's a key thing that I learned a couple of days ago. Forgot about it. Okay, I'll explain it vaguely, but threading, like, threading can genuinely help. If you thread on conversations, if they give you an answer and you can go off that answer. Say for example that, hey, last week Saturday I played baseball, and you guys speak on a Friday, then you can ask them, are you gonna play baseball again tomorrow? Then yeah, you can like just go off something that they said, like take a piece out of it and then ask a question of that piece that you gathered from them. But if threading doesn't work, then yeah, bro, that person, like, either they could be really bad conversation or either they don't really want to talk to you. So all comes down to that. But overall, threading is the best weapon against awkward communication situations. So if you know that, then I guess you're set up. Drop a like if you don't really like awkward conversations, because I don't.